how the hell did this house survive? I mean, it's not even dirty. It looks brand new. Well, that's what we'll talk about in this video. Guys, welcome to the channel, The More Survivals. As I always say, if you want to learn more about survival preparedness, which this is definitely part of, you have the channel with a ton of information. You also have my books, Survival Skills and Surviving the Economic Collapse. We're talking about one of the key aspects of preparedness, which is where is it that you live? What kind of threats do you have? Physically, the building where you are, what is it capable of withstanding? Is that a likely threat? Well, I mean, never better than in this case. How is it possible? These images are like everything down. You see a structure here. I don't know if it's the structure only that survived. Maybe it's concrete structure, reinforced, and then everything else burned. But how is it that this did not? I mean, this is super telling how the fire came all the way here and jumped this house, burned these other ones, and then stopped. Maybe this one survived. This one seems to be in pretty good shape too. How is it possible that it just jumped a house? Well, it's very simple. Concrete does not burn. Steel does not burn. Reinforced tempered glass does not burn. It's actually bulletproof. So if you make a house out of those materials, it survives quite well. It's a 9 million house from a guy from Texas. This dude here, David Steiner, waste management person. Okay, that is very Soprano-like. But the house, good job. Yeah, it's a freaking bunker. The guy made it specifically to withstand the earthquakes. So he was a guy that he knew what he was doing. $9 million bucks, make me a bunker that is capable of withstanding anything. Okay, no problem, sir. So it's not one of these maybe a little bit of older houses that's been there for a while, or maybe something new made of renewable materials with Mother Nature Gaia. No, waste management dude said, dude, I want to make a bunker, concrete, steel. All right, that's what you do. And it is designed specifically to withstand earthquakes, given where it's made, right? That apparently was the main concern. It has pillars going down to the bedrock of the land. It's not standing on sand. No, it's not just a couple little pillars that's going up. No, it is going down to the bedrock that he dug for building this thing. And there it is. That thing is gonna stay there for a long time. He wanted to make sure that it was there. Yeah, no problems. Very interesting. The property was designed to withstand earthquakes and features ultra-sturdy construction, including stucco and stone walls. Yeah, it looks like concrete rather than stone, but hey, a fireproof roof and pillings driven 50 feet into the bedrock to withstand the pounding of surf below. Yeah, and that it did very, very well. So yeah, what can burn here? Nothing. So the way in which fire spreads, which is something that people, again, this is what I do for a living, so this is what I know. I study this. There's very good stuff on YouTube from different agencies, fire departments from some of the places that are more challenging. There's one that I don't remember who came up with, but it showed how fire spreads, right? So you basically have two ways in which this happens. First of all, when it's overwhelming heat, if I throw this to the sun, will it burn? Well, some things burn and some things don't. If you throw it, if you have a fireplace, you throw a piece of wet wood, will it burn? Of green wood, right? You cut a branch from your yard, green. You just cut it fresh and you throw it in there. Well, no, it's going to be very difficult. Now, if it's an overwhelming heat that it has an oven, eventually it will burn. But it's not immediate. If it's like fresh vegetation, look at these palm trees. Look how these are standing, right? Why? Because it's a living plant. It can burn from the outside. Leaves can burn, especially if it's dry or not. But the living tree, it's very likely to end up like this, exactly as you see it here. The same happens with these materials. If you have dry wood, well, yeah, that's gonna burn. Now, if it's not, it will not. You don't even see the paint dirty. That blows my mind. It's pretty clean for having been surrounded by. So it is overwhelming heat that has this combustion. Once you reach a certain temperature, anything that is dry, flammable, that's fuel. So it just combusts because of how hot everything is. The other way in which fire spreads is because of the embers. And you probably saw that little video of someone saying, what is it that they thought you could do? It was 100-mile winds. It doesn't matter if it's 1,000,000 it does not matter. Yes, wind sucks when you have fire. Of course it does. And yes, not only does it fuel the fire, it spreads the fire as well. But it spreads only where it can be spread. And as they very well know, it is going to be dry vegetation. It's going to be dry grass. It's going to be dry leaves that have been accumulating. So let's say you have this house made of something that is flammable or that has an internal wooden structure, and then you have some plastic siding of some kind. Oh, it is super fire retardant. Okay, is it fireproof? No, it's just retardant. Okay, so it burns. Yes. And they have a bunch of dry leaves. Then they have my nice little plants, which also have dry leaves underneath. And these embers come and they start igniting all of that. Well, it just started a fire around my house. And if that material can burn, it will. This looks very nice and clean all around, and it's damn concrete or stone. I'm going with stucco. Anyway, something that's fireproof, right? And you have glass and you have steel. None of those things burn, and it doesn't burn. The house does not burn because it's properly designed. If you have vegetation, well, that's going to be a lot more. This house does not have anything here, apparently. No, but even if you have systems so as to make sure that there's a water cistern deposit that's going to be activated, even that can survive. I've seen it. It can be done. It's not cheap, but it can be done. A house like this, that will withstand anything, man. But there you have it. Super interesting how some construction stands, some does not. Earthquakes, fires, or other potential disasters. See you next time. Take care.